Hello everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Nantucket, a seafaring strategy game. So, this is a brand new game. It actually releases on January 18th. I was lucky enough to get provided a Steam key so that I could play the game, do some Let's Plays, and I'll be streaming it as well. But I've watched some Let's Plays by Catherine of Sky and Stejo. And this game looks so much fun that I had to contact the devs and talk about it. And it's been wonderful. So I'm hoping to not only have a great time playing the game and share that enjoyment with you guys, but I might run across some things and be able to give some feedback to the developers, which would be wonderful. So Nantucket, it is a game based it's somewhat historical setting, but also based in the setting of Herman Melville's Moby Dick. So if you're familiar with that story, then the ideas and things in this game should be right up your alley. You should understand them. But one thing I want to be clear about is this ship is about whaling. So if that's something you're really bothered with, then this might not be the game for you. However, it's a video game, and to me, it's no different than playing another video game where there's something in it that I may not agree with, but I'm playing it because it's a video game. So anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this Let's Play, and we'll get a brand new game started. And before I do, by the way, those credits, I clicked to have them rolling as I was talking. You don't normally have to sit through that. But it's always good to check out the people that are working on the game. I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. Okay. But I'm not going to do the tutorial because, like I mentioned, I've watched Let's Plays by Catherine of Sky and Stejo on this game, and if you have not, you should definitely check out Catherine of Sky for sure. Both Let's Players are wonderful, but Catherine of Sky just has a special way of having you really enjoy the story with her, because you can tell how much she enjoys it. I also want to shoot out a special thank you to Catherine of Sky for. Not contacting me. I contacted her, but she was gracious enough to spend a little bit of time chatting with me on Discord and just helping me understand some things about recording Let's Plays and videos in general. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful interaction. And I just want to say a quick thank you to her for her support. All right, so at this point, we can't change what we look like. I don't know if we ever will, but we can change what we're called. So I'm going to change it to Dycart. All right, and then we have these skills. All right, hunters, men without fear, born to chase their prey. They stand on a whaleboat's bow, sailing toward danger, or face the wickedest pirate without hesitation. All right, and then we have sailors, valiant explorers who spend their lives at sea. No matter is a majestic vessel, a whaleboat, or simple board, they know how to keep it afloat, come rain or shine. All right, then we have our scientists. Scientists are investigators of the natural world. Their curiosity and competence can unlock unknown knowledge about the sea and, above all, save lives on your ship. That is actually a healer. This description doesn't quite give that away, but the scientists are who can heal your people, so they're very important. Craftsmen are expert artisans specialized in dealing with all the practical errands of a ship. Their hands are surely the dirtiest and most useful at sea. So you get to choose. I get to choose what points I'm going to put in, and I can put points in all of them as I level up, but I'm going to start out in science. I want my captain to be the healer of the group. All right. I'm going to go ahead and choose my trait, and I have this. I can spend an extra point on attributes to start the game off, so I would get one more, which would be cool. But like many games, especially like D&D games and stuff like that, it gives you a little bit of a head start, but after a while, you tend to feel like you didn't need it. And I don't know if this game is going to be like that, because this is literally the first time. I've just installed this game minutes ago, so this is the first time I'm playing it. So I'm not going to go with that. Plus 2 damage in combat against sea creatures. That seems really good. 50% hit point regained during the navigation. That's pretty good. So it basically heal you while you're navigating your ship. Healthy, you gain an extra hit point per level. That's always good. And open-minded, +1 experience gained per day of navigation. That's not a whole lot of experience, but there's just something appealing to me about just gaining experience. Even if it's not much, it's just extra experience. So I'm going to go with that one. All right. Sea Dog is like Iron Man mode. I'm not going to be doing that, and I'm not going to be doing the tutorial because I've already seen it on the Let's Plays I've viewed. So I'm just going to jump into the game. So let's go watch the intro movie. I love the art style of this game. It makes it feel very of the time. That's Ahab right there.
God hunt us all if we do not hunt Moby Dick to his death.
There he is.
Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm. I was cursed twice by the Lord for my blasphemous promise to hunt Moby Dick, and by Ahab for surviving the Pequod and its sons swallowed by the sea. I was craving to conquer my spot in heaven by striking my iron in Moby Dick's heart. So I headed back to Nantucket, looking for a new ship and wealth-seeking sailors.
All right. And here we are in Nantucket. 1st of January, 1820. Excellent. So let's see here. So that's just the normal menu, the escape menu. Oh, okay, so just some general help stuff. Ooh, each building has a level. Okay. The higher the level, the more the building is developed. Higher level taverns let you hire more experienced members. Higher level newspaper boys have more jobs. High level shipwrights let you upgrade ships' rooms or buy new ships. And high level merchants have lower prices. That's good to know. I wonder how they level up. When you're done visiting, click the button to leave the city. All right. So nice little quick tutorial in there. But yeah, a little swinging signs, swinging lanterns. I don't know. I really enjoy, like I said, the art style really seems to fit the period that they're representing here. I really like that. All right, so let's look at my ship. So I start out on the Melville, and it's considered rotten. It's a rotten sloop. So if you read there, it says the average level of your ship's compartments is 1.0. Your ship will reach the poor quality once the average level of your compartments is 2. All right, so what that means is these are the compartments I have right here. And those are the only compartments available to this tiny little sloop ship I've got. That's pretty much these guys with the green check marks to show that I have those. Okay, so what I want is I want to get the average level of all of these to level 2 to get my ship leveled up to level 2. I don't know yet what that does. Maybe it makes my ship worth more money. I'm not sure, but here we go. So class is a sloop, size small, has 1 whaleboat, maximum crew of 3, maximum speed of 6 knots, 32 hit points, and 64 cargo. And evidently it can get damaged, and I can spend money to repair it here if I need to. All right, so these tabs here, these buttons up here, are all basically research that you can do for your ship. And the ones that have the red X's on them are things that I can't use on my current ship because I don't have spots for those. Okay? The green check marks are the ones I have the spots for. Now, because there are red X's on these, that doesn't necessarily mean I don't want to research them, because here's a wonderful thing about this game. If I look over here, I can look at other ships, and the other ships have more stuff on them. your research that you do carries over when you buy a new ship. So it would not necessarily be wasteful for me to research these items that don't work on my starting ship, because once I buy a bigger ship like this one over here, then they would kick in at whatever level I've got them researched to. So that's going to be very helpful when it comes time to upgrading my ship, that's for sure. All right, so to start out with, I need to decide what I want to research, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be harpoons. I want to get my base damage up just a little bit. All right, so I'll do that. All right, research is started. It'll take 90 days to complete. Then you can come back here and finalize the research. So it doesn't happen immediately. I have to be out sailing and basically spend 90 days. Right? And then right here's that what I was talking about. Note that the technology level is not lost when buying a new ship. So I'm going to say don't show this again because I understand this concept. All right. So I've started my research going. That's fabulous. So let's get out of there. So that was the shipyard, or shipwright, I should say. So let's pop over and look and see what sorts of people we could get. So we're in the tavern. People are having some fun. This is my setup right here. I currently have dice for, like a common dice for harpooning, and then I have a dice for healing. And if you look at these dice, you see the I don't know what to call it, maybe a sideways cross. Those represent the sides of the dice. So like right here, this dice I have highlighted right here, it's showing all 6 sides. However, only 2 sides will result in me being able to use my harpoon. The red ones there. So basically I have 2 chances out of 6 to be able to attack if I use this die. If I use this one, I would have 3 out of 6 chances to use my special ability, which would be like heal in this case. So I have these 2 dice to choose from. If I start spending points in like crafting, I would get a set of crafting dice. Sailing, I'd get a set of sailing dice. So you get a set of dice for each skill set you have points in. So you can kind of use whichever ones are going to help you in the fight, and you can switch them every round. You can switch which dice you're going to go ahead and roll. All right, so I started with Ahab's doubloon. So prestige +3 and call for gold, morale +5. Oh, that's if I was just a crew member. Okay. All right, so let's look. Right here we've got our cabin boys, and these are guys that are level 0. Like no experience doing anything. These are our hunters, so you can get different level hunters. Obviously, high level hunters are going to be more expensive, and the expense is their lay. Okay, their lay is the percentage of your profits that they take every time you come back to port. Okay, so if you go out and you kill a whale and you get some blubber or food or anything like that, and you bring it back to port to sell, they get a percentage, and this is the percentage that they get. And so that's what the lay is. And they've got a level, they've got their hit points, they've got their ability and their stat. They've got traits, like this guy is insured, lay doubles if the character dies. So if this guy dies, his lay will double. That's crazy. I've never seen that one before. But this is the thing, the prestige cost. See how these are linked? This is like a little chain link here. Their level is linked to their prestige cost. To hire this guy and to have him on my crew, it would cost me 1 prestige. Right now, if you look down here, I have 0 of 4 used. So I have 4 prestige to use. You can also see it here. Okay, base prestige 1, hunting 0, legendary creatures 0, events 0, and quests 0. So you can gain prestige in all sorts of different ways. But the higher their level, the more prestige they're going to cost. So me, as a starting captain, this is a good way to balance it out. So as a little level 1 starting captain that nobody knows who the heck I am, I don't have enough prestige to hire these level 9 and 10 guys. Okay. So we have a level 1, a level 2, and a level 6. So I could only even look at the 1 and 2. So if I look at the 1, he's got this trait. I don't like that insured trait. This guy doesn't have traits positive or negative. Okay, he does cost 2 prestige. He's got this skill, covering fire. Damage plus remove the card. All right, that's an interesting skill. So this, in other words, this guy, if I hire him, he will have the dice, like down here, what I was talking about, and one of his slots on his dice would be this skill, and so it would have a chance to roll that one. So he's not bad. He's a hunter. I kind of wish there was somebody a little bit better. Let's look over here at our sailors. All right, what's this? Orphan lay goes to the captain if the character dies. So that's interesting. I kind of like that one, being the captain. Closed-minded, -1 experience gain per day of navigation. All right, so that's not good. We don't want him to lose experience as we're sailing around. So he's a definite no. So the only other person I could try to do would be Philip. What's he got here? -1 morale per crew member on the ship. Well, that's not good. But he does give it plus 10% navigation speed. But I don't like the minus morale. Alright, how about our craftsman here? Cornelius. He's dull. And 1 experience gain per day of navigation. So he's got the open-minded trait just like I do. But he doesn't have necessarily any skills, and I can't afford any others. So let's look over here. So Leslie looks awfully like a guy, and the same as all the others. All right, Leslie has a +1 working attribute. Science doesn't have any specific skills. What about Adam? Adam has this skill, so he can. He has this emergency kit dice, so he'll heal other people in combat. So that's pretty good. And what's this? Sociable. Oh, +1 morale. That's good. The problem with Adam here is I'm already a scientist. So I don't know that I want another scientist. Okay. So I need to decide. And I don't have to, when you hire people, you don't have to stick with them forever. You can fire them, but every time you fire someone, it takes 1 prestige. So if I hired a crew and had 4 of 4 prestige, and I fired one of them, I would then have 3 of 3. So I'm thinking maybe I grab Alan. He doesn't seem that great, but at least he's got something. So if we hire him, we've used 2 of our prestige. So I'm trying to decide if I might want to hire 2 cabin boys, because they cost 0 prestige, but they start out pretty plain, and you have to level them from scratch. All right, Alvin here. What's this? Oh, well, I don't like that. Every time he levels, it gets more expensive beyond the normal. Oh, Diligent's pretty cool. Eugene, insured. Mark. That's good. Martin, nothing. Ooh, what's John got here? Gourmet. Okay. Maybe we get Roland. Plus, I like the name Roland. Dark Tower and all that good stuff. All right, Bernard. What was this one? Healthy trait. That's always a good one to have. All right, let's grab Roland and Bernard, and you know, we can always get rid of them later. All right, so now we've got a crew. All right, let's look at the newspaper here. So they've got just some headlines here that you can read. Some of them are pretty interesting. But then you go to jobs here. All right, discover a new whaling area. It's going to give me 200 money. We want that. Unveil the Irene's destiny. So it was a ship that was lost, traveling from Nantucket to Peterhead. So that's going to gain me some cash and an extra prestige point. So, bam. I'm going to take both of those. And then we need to go get ourselves set up. So we have 800 gold. So I'm just going to buy enough. I think I'll start out just around 100 days worth of everything. Yeah, because look at that. I've already spent more than half of my gold. That's crazy. But now we're ready to sail. My first time sailing. Oh, I'm nervous. This is exciting. And here we are. This is the main interface. Okay, right now time is paused. You can pause and unpause with the spacebar. And this will show me info on my quest. So if I go to quest, see it's right here. Okay. Unveiled Irene's Destiny is this blue line. So it's somewhere along that line. Those are the two quests I've got there. Rise from ranks. If you want other captains to share rumors about Moby Dick with you, you have to become a respected whaler, prestige 25. Look for jobs in the cities or hunt whales around the world. So that's kind of your main quest, is to find Moby Dick. Alright. So right now my game speed is 1. I can turn it to 3. So I want it to be on 3 times speed. And I can expand my ship here and look at my interface. So these are my people. So Bernard's in the crow's nest right now. He would get 10% field of view multiplied by his sailing attribute, which right now his sailing attribute is 0, so he's not really giving us anything. Okay. This is Alan. Okay, he's our harpooner, our hunter. Okay. Here's Roland. And then here's me. So I have this little captain's hat here. No, that's not a mustache. That's a captain's hat. So really, right now, since I have 2 cabin boys, it really doesn't matter where I put them. What I do want to make sure, 1 hit point per level, 1 working. Okay, I'm going to move my guy. So my captain is the one steering the ship. Okay. Granted, he doesn't have any sailing experience, but I'm going to make him sail the ship. Now, I should be getting experience every day of the game with him, so that's good. But I want to make sure that I've got these guys in the spots I want them in. Right now, it doesn't really matter. But if you see like this spot with the little barrel here, you see it's kind of a yellow color. That means that if I had one of the yellow jobs, meaning a crafter, if I had a person that was in crafting, then I'd put him there and he would get a bonus in that space. So just like if I have someone with sailing experience, they're going to get a bonus in the crow's nest or steering the ship. All right. So that's the general ship info, and I've got my people moved around wherever they want. But right here in the foxhole, this is where you put people to heal. So if somebody gets hurt, you throw them in there and they lay on the hammocks and heal up. Okay, and it happens over time. So the first thing I think I want to do is head up here to this area, and I can hold down Shift and right click along these arrows, and I will be helped by the wind. So that's what I'm doing there. So these arrows are basically the prevailing winds. Ooh, there you go. I see a fin in the distance. Lower the whale boats and lead the hunt. So if I lead the hunt, that means I'm operating the fight, whether my captain is part of it or not, but me as a player. If I say send your men to hunt the whales without you, that's like auto combat. So if I don't want to take the time, and just immediately will resolve combat, or I can just skip it altogether. All right, so it's a creature encounter. Oh, I'm excited. This is my first fight. All right, so kill all the enemies present in the combat area. So now I have 1 whaleboat with 3 slots. I have 4 people. So I have to decide who I want to take. My captain, when I put him in, just for being on the boat, he will gain 1 prestige at the end of the fight. So it's good. That's good to have him there. However, that means one of my other crew is not in the boat, and whoever's not in this boat does not get experience at the end of the fight. So that's where you have to try to decide who you're going to take. I'm obviously going to take Alan. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take myself, the captain, because I want this healer available. Okay, because so he'll heal for 6 damage if I use the heal dice. If I use the attack dice, he just has a chance to attack. Okay, and then I can pretty much use either one of these guys. I just want to level him up, but let's do Roland. I like the name Roland better. All right, so Roland just has his little cabin boy dice. That's all he's got to use. And then Alan has his hunter's dice, so see how he has more opportunities to get rolls. Okay. I can use either my science dice or my cabin boy dice, and it'll work. So I'm going to click continue. Now we're fighting a narwhal. Round 1, and these are the conditions. You need to pay attention to these. Sea creatures' special abilities don't work. So if he had a special ability like he I don't know, like, stunned me when he hit me, it wouldn't work this round. This will change constantly, so you've got to keep your eye on the combat conditions, because you'll get frustrated sometimes, at least from what I've seen, not understanding why something's not working, because you didn't realize that up here it was shut off, basically, in the combat condition. All right, so since this is the first round, I don't need to heal anybody, so I'm going to switch to my combat dice here. So then I'm going to roll, and they all get to roll, and they all rolled and didn't get a chance to attack. So now Dycart got hit, and now he's bleeding. Okay. All right, crew science sides don't work. All right, so if I do my science, see they're grayed out here, they won't work. So there's no sense in using those this round. So let's roll again. And here I have this one. This dice side is disabled for this type of encounter. Okay, I can't use that one, but this guy I can use. He'll do a clumsy strike, but it'll hit for 3 damage. This guy has 3 hit points. So we click on it and drag it up here and click again. And yeah, we won our first fight. Yay! First fight down. All right, and so this is the results screen. I gained blubber, so I have to transfer it over, and then I can transfer some food. Okay, so I gained those things. Bernard did not take place in the fight, so he didn't get anything. Roland took place, so he got 26 experience, and he got 6 morale, since he got 1 for being in the fight and 5 for delivering the final blow. Okay, and then Alan got 26 and only 1 because he was in the fight, but he didn't deliver the final blow. And I got the 26 experience, but I got 1 prestige, so that's pretty big for me. All right, so that was our first battle. Everything looking good, so I can just hit spacebar to continue. Oh, here's another hunt. Let's do it. All right, so this is another nice thing. I can just click last used, and it'll fill this. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. If I didn't want to, I could click last used and then say click Roland, withdraw him, and then click Bernard and put him in if I wanted to. All right. Sunny. Creatures play their cards uncovered. So this guy's doing a Tusk Strike, which adds a bleeding status. So I'm going to switch to an attack roll. Oh, either one can do it. So Roland got the bonus last time, so I'm going to let Alan get some bonus. And we killed him. Yeah. We got a little bit more blubber. See, we've got $100 worth of blubber. That's awesome. And this one was worth a little bit more experience, actually. And then we can continue on. Oh, you know what we should do here before we continue on is expand this. Now, I'm hurt. See, my hit points are a little bit lower. I got hit. I only have 11 of 13. So if we swap me down to the foxhole and then continue, watch my hit points here. As time goes on, it heals me. And boom, right there, I'm healed. So I can switch myself back. And if you look, I'm also gaining experience as time goes by. See it clicking up there? So that was my special ability, my trait that I got right there. Okay, another creature encounter. This is good. Last used. Now Dycart's healed up. Another narwhal. All right, another test strike, but we're gonna try to get a hit on the first round. There it is. Now, here's my choice. I can hit this guy and it'll kill him. That's great. But I do not get a morale bonus. I'm going to get my prestige bonus of 1 just for being in the fight. I don't get any more than that. So I'm much better off using Roland for the attack right here, because he will get a morale bonus. See, he got the 6. So I'll just get 1 prestige for being in combat. That's it. Alright, so I'm gaining experience. I'm getting some blubber. It's always nice. And I've got 29 of 64 cargo. And nobody got hit, so that's always good. Alright, fin ahoy! Your lookout yells as he spots a fin in the distance. Lower the whaleboats and check the area. Another creature encounter, here we go. So this is the general combat, which I really enjoy. It's slower, you get to think your way through things and decide what you're going to do, which is right up my alley. I like that. Alright, so it's cloudy, slight sea. Object sides don't work. I'm not sure what that exactly means, but let's roll here. Oh, see, now Alan's the only one that can hit, but he can kill him in 1 shot. So boom, right there, another combat where we didn't get hit. I like those. Okay, so now this area. Oh, let me pause it again. This area, if you look at the tooltip of the top center of the screen there, Baffin Bay, in sight, no prevailing wind, inactive whale feeding area, no dangers on sea. So it's inactive. And now the tooltip that's in the center of the screen shows that it's inactive, and it shows the time frame, June 21st through September 21st. So since it's January 18th in the game, which by the way is the day this game comes out on Steam, January 18th of this year, not 1820, of course. And effect, high chance to encounter a narwhal, but it's inactive because we're out of its time frame. So we could drop anchor here and hunt anyway. We could create a safe dock, and which will allow us to do different things. Like if we create a safe dock near land, we have the ability to, we can go out and find more wood, find more water, find more food, but we don't have the skills for that. So we say sail away, and we have a couple choices here. We can go back down to this area and try to fight in here because it goes until March 19th, or we can head over to like Peterhead. I think I want to go down here to this area and try to continue getting experience for my guys, but we're against the winds, so it's going to be kind of a slow trip regardless. So I'm just gonna start us heading back. Hopefully that storm doesn't affect us too much. Alright, so we made it. So we're going to say hunt the whales. Then here we go, back to our creature encounters like we were doing before. Last used. We're still trying to get Roland leveled up. And we want to build up my prestige as the captain so we can possibly find some better crew members. Alright, so Roland will do the strike. And boom, we get a little bit more blubber, which is more money. We want money. Money is good. And we're gaining experience. So if you ever want to check too, you can look down here. And now Roland has gotten 200 of 500 experience. Bernard only has 54, and that's just experience for sailing, I think. So yeah, Roland's getting closer and closer. We're not quite halfway to leveling him up. All right, so we're gonna continue fighting. Let's do just a little bit more, like 1 or 2 more fights here. Little sea shanties. This is a real group that the company hired to record. If you go to the company's website, they have a blog and they have links to the info on the musical group. So if you're interested and you enjoy the music, you should definitely check them out. All right, so pretty much same thing here. It's a bit of a grind, but that's all right. All right, let's get Alan again since Roland's killed the last couple. Give him a morale bonus. Oh, I didn't mean to leave that there. I would like the devs to add a take all, or or add 2 buttons. I could click a scroll, or maybe have a scroll with a line, so it's like maximum scroll or something like that. That'd be convenient. Although this is fine, it's fast enough. Definitely fast enough. So let's look really quick here. Roland's morale is a 1. Okay. Every day at sea he loses a little bit of morale. He gains morale by my prestige. He gains morale by blubber resource, and the last combat outcome gives him morale as well. So Alan is at a 6 because he has the last combat outcome bonus. I don't know how high morale can go. I don't know. This is interesting to see though, because like I would think Roland's morale would be higher because I've been giving him the final hit, but it looks as if as soon as you're done with the fight and you go to another fight, maybe it resets this. Interesting. Also, these right here you can ration. So you can ration food, ration water, and ration grog if you needed to. That's on this screen here. I'm gaining 1.3% hull per day because I have somebody here in the hold. Average crew morale is 2. Interesting. Ooh, what's this one? The game pauses when the interface... Oh, so you can turn the hourglass on and off so it'll pause the game or not on that interface. That's interesting. Good to know. Alright, let's do another quick hunt. Last used. So right now we're just fighting these little newborn narwhals. We're in like the newbie area. Oh, so look at this. Random crew member gets state stunned. So Roland is stunned and cannot participate anymore. And luckily Alan can strike. So again, nobody gets hit. Yeah, so we're slowly getting it. We're slowly getting it. Our cargo's up to 37 of 64. We're looking good. So unfortunately, we've run out of time for this Let's Play. So we're going to have to stop here. But I will be continuing. I will plan to continue hunting here and trying to level up my guys and trying to get my cargo hold full so that then I can come over and sell off some stuff and maybe look at upgrading my crew and things of that nature. But that's it for now. I appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly am enjoying playing this game. Again, I want to thank Catherine Sky for her support, and I want to thank the devs for providing me with a key so that I could do these Let's Plays for you guys. Please add any comments if you have questions or comments on the game or me or anything at all. Feel free to add some comments. Of course, I'd love it if you would click that like button and subscribe. That would all obviously help you see when I output new videos. I'll try to do them every day. I might miss days here and there, but for the most part, I'll try to do one every day. So again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Take care, everybody.